I'm doing it for my daughter.
This part you can leave in. The last guy was such a unbelievable jack. His no. There's a guy you wouldn't know. His passive aggressiveness is like palpable through the email. Let me just start reading some of the emails here, okay? And he's been busting my ass trying to get me to come to his Italian mobster themed Christmas party.
You should go to it.
No.
Oh, you should go to it.
Hi, Sam. I hope you are doing well. I have tried reaching you on numerous occasions to discuss our options in obtaining a lender. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I can't do much if I can't communicate with you. Please reach out at your early... This is because I missed...
What's his name?
I missed this call by 20 minutes. Censor this, but it's... Every email has a... At the beginning and the end is like, it's your fault this is not happening. Oh, and by the way, it would happen a lot better if it wasn't your fault. That's how he signs it. That's how he does his emails. Dude, the thing that rocked me, like I had to take a knee in the hallway. He sent over some like 15-page document explaining why. So the property is mixed use. It's residential and commercial, and there are lenders that don't like that. He sent over some 15-page document about why the lenders didn't like that. Like as if that's relevant. Like that's if I sent you the manual for a Kubota backloader and had you, like, it's just like, it's the type of thing that there's no relevance to my life. I don't need to know.
It'd be like asking my mom why she doesn't like the way you look.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, who gives a shut up, Gail?
And he said it's a after he said I should read it, and I said, why would I ever need to read this? And he said it would be a great educational piece for you.
Yeah.
Good morning, Sam. As you're aware, our bridge commercial real estate lender from the West Coast passed. I sent you the reply. I received this a bit ago. I have other sources, just spoke with one, but they are not comfortable making this loan.
Cool. Your cool nephew that I hang out with told me that you're a closet. Yeah, no, not all Italians. The cool ones that are kind of like a little loose-lipped, those are the normal ones. You fucking button-up litigious types all act like you get shit shoved up your ass.
We strive to keep things simple but effective. I have 50 emails from him.
We strive?
They're all this long. They're all like full.
He's probably like, I have to write emails like fucking
page.
self-important fucking. That's the guy who drives right to the police station. Big badass.
I really hate this guy. I think he has autism.
Yeah. Well, he's like a little fucking dork that never got punched in the fucking face. It's like thinking like all Italians are in the mob and like all black kids are like hood as shit, and then you realize it's like, well, sweeties are like fucking.
That's more of the in love with the problem stuff.
Yes.
Elon Musk said he wants to hear solutions first. He doesn't want to hear breakdowns of the problems. He just wants to hear the solution. Because if he hears the solution, embedded in the solution is the definition of the problem. Mm-hmm. If you know anything about what's going on.
Yeah.
And second of all, that's the fastest way to figure out if somebody's bullshitting or not. People are just anxious to explain why their job is necessary.
Yeah.
Let's get back into our sketches here.
How'd you do on the SATs?
Did fine.
Did you get a clobber knocker of a score?
I got it was a higher score than average. Yeah, I always do a little better than average.
Yeah.
I got into Mensa. Did I tell you that?
Did you?
Yeah.
Sick. You passed all their tests?
Yeah.
Did you passed really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
That's I don't think you could shut me the fuck up about that if I was that. I'd be like, get out of my way, you fucking everybody's a Why? How do you talk like that? I'm in Mensa. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Shut up, everybody immediately. Shut up, everywhere you are, everybody.
I did it because I want to lean.
Cool.
I want to lean into the Andrew Tate type personality. Did you see the Cash Star trailer?
Yeah.
I want to lean into that a little bit, just on videos.
It's rife.
And whip out the Mensa card, all that stuff.
Damn, how was the test?
I thought I was going to fail because I missed a lot of questions because they time you on it, and I wasn't thinking about the time. I was like kind of just sort of spacing out on the time. I think it might be easy to get in though. I think they might be like desperate for members or something.
Did you take SATs?
No, I dropped out of 9th grade.
Fucking love Joe. Damn. Because it was a fucking big deal.
What?
SATs.
I wouldn't know.
It's just like I feel like that's.
I wouldn't.
I have no idea the impact of what any of that is,
I swear to God.
dude. It's so fucking funny.
How are the questions on the
On the Mensa thing?
Yeah.
They broke it down by section. So one section was like cultural awareness, with questions like who is Ella Fitzgerald, who is Beatrice Potter, who is Elvis Presley, and then there's like logic. There's sort of basic math stuff where it's like if a train is going 80 miles an hour this way, what happens if it goes 8 miles an hour that way? And then there's spatial puzzle things where you have to kind of decipher what's happening with these shapes and pick the next logical shape in the progression.
Oh, if
That
this
sort of
and
thing.
that.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. I gotta try it.
Go for it, yeah. Let's both get into
fail.
Mensa. That'd be good.
Oh man, I fail. I tell them something. Oh God, that's.
Give you a card.
It's the only other thing. You're either Mensa or you're retarded. Like you get in the habit of saying retarded to like normal people like 12 times a day for years. I don't even have to ask at this point if you're a fucking retard. I just know. Prove it to me then. Prove it to me. Go in your wallet, pull the card out that says you're not. I didn't think so. Now go put your fucking helmet on. You're telling like someone like you're picking up your vacuum.
Now get out your shine box.
Yeah, now get your shine box.
You're pulling out movie lines.
Cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy Tim Geruso got like a 1560 on his SATs out of a 6. It was a 1510 or a 1560.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just kind of a normal guy, and I thought that was like the coolest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then my cousin Jay and I used to I'm like, dude, that's like a fucking genius. He can probably play the fucking piano. Like, you never know with those guys. We should give him a fucking like a keyboard or something and watch him go fucking nasty on it. Like that's how we thought, you know, being high SAT scores were.
Mm-hmm.
And then my cousin Jay would get like totally fucking annihilated. And then like, this kid's so fucking smart. Like out at bars, like just doing like a bad version of the fucking like Good Will Hunting thing. Like my buddy's wicked.
Oh man.
It's just so. I mean, it was all in good. It was all for good things.
Yeah.
You know, it was just. But no one had seen that shit. You know,
Yeah.
it was like whoa.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember people obsessing over it, and like parents in my high school paying like $6,000 and shit, like a year of tuition to like fix their kids' SAT scores from like 980 to get them to like 1200, so they could get in like some shit school, like Middlebury University.
Pepperdine.
Yeah, like get $6,000 for your C student kid, and I took him. I think I got a 1200 or a 1240. And I took him once, and I didn't study. I didn't do anything. Like a lot of people worked, and I think there's like fucking I was dating at the time was like, I got a 1290 or a 1310, and I was like, you fucking took 9 courses. You go to a $30,000 a year school, you stupid fucking bitch. Your parents should hit you with a sledgehammer while you're sleeping. Fucking wasting their money like that, you fucking asshole. Wow, you going to Simmons College? Oh, whoa. It's fucking wicked hard to get in there. All you have to do is give them $80,000 a year and get them Simmons, man. When you fucking throw that on your resume, holy shit. I think when your fucking resume is going to be so good that the guy reading it's like, holy shit, Simmons, he just starts whacking his head against the desk as hard as he can because he knows he's going to lose his job in 3 months as soon as you get there because you were trained at Simmons College.
The paper sets fire in his hands.
I knew it. Not again. You ever see, did you get that?
What's that? Simmons?
No, like people like hot on bad schools.
Not really, no.
Was there any like ego with
well, there's a
college?
lot of people. The thing I've seen a lot of is people getting all excited about getting into a good art school, which is kind of funny because art school is just like they steal your money. I don't know how delusional the teachers are, but if they thought about it for 1 second, they would have to admit that they're just stealing money because they're not preparing anybody for, reality.
You don't think that the curriculum now is updated enough to where it has some sort of like a modern formatting for like, hey, like we, when in the early 2000s, we kind of didn't know our way. We figured it out since then. But
well, the whole premise of it that you're going to train somebody to be an artist is like preposterous. It's just a joke.
What would you say the majority of the jobs coming out of that they prepare you for that they're kind of open about?
Working in the equipment store.
Really?
Yeah, like mad people from the RISD film program ended up working in the RISD store, the RISD equipment checkout, or not having jobs.
Jesus Christ.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would have thought you were gonna be like, no, everybody worked in like advertising design.
No. Like some of them are like begging to work in advertising. Like that's a really low. That's one of the lowest places you can be. I was there myself. Like sending your resumes out and begging for a job in advertising. That's a crazy place to be in.
I remember I hung out with you when you took a couple of job interviews.
That was probably my lowest point as far as like life guidance direction wise.
Yeah. Trying to pander for a fucking job that you look back on. It's like if there was a time in my life where I was like, please give me a job at Sherman Buick.
Yeah, but there's very few.
Which I've done.
There's very few people. I think they don't tell people that are 18 trying to get into college that like the world doesn't need a proportional amount of artists.
Yep.
Like if you have a small town and the town is expanding, then you're going to need more bakers and plumbers and like drivers. Like the jobs go up in a linear fashion along with the size of the population, but you don't need another artist.
You sure you don't need another lady to paint like fences and French gardens?
Well, yeah.
Are you sure?
You probably you do need that, yeah.
You need a lady to
But as far as
be a general purpose mess and sell things at a farmer's market?
Making fine art or making anything like music or design or anything like that, you don't need more of those people.
I wonder what its impact is then, other than like throwing every small town in America for a sidewinder when they sort of come into frame when an art grad.
You mean the students, the kids in those towns?
Basically, like, so when you flood in like a populace of art school grads into a populace and like how they're received and how it has like an effect on like a small microcosm of people. Like
sure, yeah. Well, they all filter into New York or LA. I think that's why you have like adult daycare in New York. Have you seen that?
I've heard of that. Like, is it busy like right now? Because that sounds like a bar.
I don't think so. But
I mean, I think it sounds like golfing.
But I think people shape their lives around that kind of. I mean, that's what they all do.
You mean like
art school? They're age 24 or age 22 when they get out to age like 35 is just like sort of wandering and
Burning Man light.
Taking whatever money from wherever when they can. But Burning Man light, the extended version. Just cut it.
No, on the college.
You're jealous of people that went to art school?
I am.
Yeah, start the video up right here. Cut the
let me start.
Start.
Thing. Love made me jealous. That story that you just told me.
Bleep that.
That was awesome, by the way. Probably the best story you ever told in this podcast ever. And it was a whole new way of storytelling that no one's ever seen before.
I went on at length about that.
And that's crazy. The middle of it.
How long do you think I was talking about that story?
Over 4 days. It was the best story I think that's ever been told. Mm-hmm. Too bad we're going to cut it.
Damn.
Oh, well. But no, I art school stuff, it's like, it allows you to, I don't know. Because everybody who went for business administration, everybody I knew went for like marketing or fucking business. I don't think that was much better. Mm-hmm. I dropped out of college, but everybody I know stayed in, and they got to kind of cruise through a decent salaried job in their like late 20s and early 30s, and then where they're at now, they're probably making a pretty good job at a Fortune 500 company because they had the prerequisite that I never had. But who gives a shit? It doesn't really matter because the jobs that they're in are fucking the true soul-sucking jobs. Mm-hmm. Like, I know we can talk about, like, working in advertising sucking real bad, but, like, I'm pretty fucking sure that people would agree, like, out there that are, like, working for a big company, a Fortune 100, Fortune 500, domestic in this country, their life is fucking awful, and they'll give it up. They would give it up if they knew how. And it's just like, what the fuck side hustle am I going to do to quit my job? And I feel like art school grads have this like whipped cream take on life where they're just like, I don't know, maybe I'll make bread.